Arnold Schwarzenegger, the real Terminator and the Austrian Oak. Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Anyone familiar with the world of bodybuilding must have heard of one name, and that is Arnold Schwarzenegger, also known as the Austrian Oak and the Terminator. A boy from Austria who won Mr. Olympia and is considered among the legends of bodybuilding. Well, who Arnold Schwarzenegger is and how he achieved the milestones of a lifetime, from living with a strict family in a village of Austria to being the best in the world, we'll dig deep and get you on his journey of life, fitness regime, diet, and much more. So let's get started. Early life. Arnold Schwarzenegger was born on the 30th of July in 1947 in a village Thal in Austria and was named christened Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger. His mother was Aurelia and father Gustav Schwarzenegger was the local police chief and served in World War II with the German army. His father showed favoritism towards his older son Maynard due to suspicion of Arnold not being his biological son. However, he had a strong bond with his mother and kept in touch with her until she died in 1998. Schwarzenegger appointed Wiesenthal Center to examine the involvement of his father in the atrocities but came up with nothing. Although during California recall campaign in 2003, his father's background got huge attention from the press. During his school days, he stood out for his persona of being good-humored and cheerful. Schwarzenegger participated in many sports and was very good at soccer. In 1960, he picked up a barbell for the first time when the coach took the team to a local gym. Just at the age of 14, he left soccer to pursue bodybuilding as a career. It was a year later that he started weight training for the Olympic lifting. The journey from an amateur to pro. The former Mr. Austria Kurt Marnell invited Schwarzenegger in 1961 to train at the gym in Graz. In 1965, he also served in the Austrian army to fulfill the one-year requirement for all 18-year-olds. During his service in army, he won Junior Mr. Europe contest. Schwarzenegger went AWOL at the time of his basic training to take part in a competition which landed him in military prison for a week. After that, he won a contest at Stierhof Hotel in Graz and was voted Best Build Man of Europe, which brought him in the spotlight. For Arnold Schwarzenegger, the title of Mr. Universe was a ticket to America where he could land many opportunities. He took his first flight in 1966 to London for attending NABBA Mr. Universe competition. He came second in the competition to the winner Chester Yorton. One of the judges, Charles Wag Bennett, was impressed and offered him to coach in London. In 1967, he again competed, and due to his immense training, he won the Mr. Universe at age 20. He became the youngest ever to become the Mr. Universe and kept his winning streak for 3 times. Arnold Schwarzenegger diet plan. Arnold supported all his hard training by eating a fairly large amount of food, always focused on gaining muscle mass while losing fat. He structured his eating plan using the following principles. Frequent feeding of 5 to 6 meals per day, 3 whole food meals and 2 to 3 whole food snacks. Calories, a total of 5,000 calories per day. Protein intake, more than 300 grams of protein. Carbohydrates after training. Carbohydrates within 30 minutes after finishing a workout. Protein shakes, use as needed to get your daily protein fix. Arnold Schwarzenegger workout routine. Each part of the body is trained 2 times a week. This variation of Arnold Schwarzenegger's workout appeared in the book The New Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding by Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bill Dobbins. Day 1, chest and back. Day 2, shoulders and arms. Day 3, legs and lower back. Day 4, chest and back. Day 5, shoulders and arms. Day 6, legs and lower back. And Day 7, rest. Moving to the US. Schwarzenegger at the age of 21 moved to the US in September 1968. He continued his training at Gold's Gym in Venice under the coaching of Joe Weider. His ultimate goal was to be the best in the world of bodybuilding, which meant winning Mr. Olympia. In 1969, he competed in Mr. Olympia and lost to Sergio Oliva, 3-time champion. However, he made a comeback in 1970 and became the youngest Mr. Olympia aged 23. He still holds this record. He remained Mr. Olympia for 6 consecutive years from 1969 to 75. After winning in 1975, he announced his retirement from bodybuilding. Few months before the 1975, it was the filmmakers Robert Fior and George Butler who convinced him to compete so that they could make a documentary on his training called Pumping Iron. Beginning of an acting career. In 1980, he started training for the film Conan the Barbarian and got into a tremendous shape that he decided to take back his retirement and compete in Mr. Olympia one last time. He eventually ended up winning in 1980 as well and again took retirement and said goodbye to the world of bodybuilding. After retiring, he started pursuing acting as a career and played the role of Hercules in 1970. He already got the spotlight as an actor after his 1976 film Stay Hungry that got him a Golden Globe. Surprisingly, Schwarzenegger had to face many struggles in his acting career. He was told that he had a funny accent, weird body, and very long name. One of his most iconic roles was in the science fiction thriller movie The Terminator, which made his name in the world of acting. After the success of Terminator, he did several blockbuster movies and made him the action superstar of Hollywood. His bodybuilding idols. His bodybuilding idols were Johnny Weissmuller, Reg Park, and Steve Reeves. After the death of Reeves in 2000, he remembered him as the teenager he grew up with. He was kind of a support system for him as no one else understood his dreams like Reeves did and has been part of everything he achieved. Arnold Schwarzenegger as a businessman. He has been very successful in his business careers as well. It started for him when he started a bricklaying business with fellow bodybuilder Franco Colombo in 1968. He also started a restaurant along with his wife in Santa Monica named Shotzi on Main and made profits from mail order business as well. Before he even started his acting career, he was a millionaire at the age of 30, which all became possible due to his success in business. A man of many talents. Besides being a bodybuilder and an actor, he is a businessman, producer, and even a former politician. In terms of his political career, he served as the 38th governor of California for 11 years from 2003 to 2011. We'll wrap it up with the philosophy of Schwarzenegger as he said, "If I can see it and believe it, then I can achieve it."